Hello friends, welcome you all on Amazon Academy. This is Ashutosh Gautam. How are you all? Today we are going to discuss the GOC2 lecture. That means we are going to start the inductive effect, and we'll try to learn the order of plus I and minus I and the applications of inductive effect like acidic strength, basic strength, and stability comparison of intermediates. So let's revise first. Anyone is having any doubt in the DPP given? Hello AS, hello DG, write your name first. Hello Lakshman, hello NV, hello AS. Please write your name. Otherwise, I'll call OS AS DG. So write your name in the chat box. We'll start the session right away. आशीतोष ओके आशीतोष भी नाम होता है, ठीक है. So let's start with this. So guys, this is Ashutosh Gautam. These are my credentials. I'm from Kota, and this is the live class best practice. You already knew it. If you have any doubt, you can write in the my doubt section without disturbing the class. You should not use any uncivilized language, and you need to, if you want to learn completely, then you need to attend the class from start to end. Let's move. System requirement are Chrome or Firefox. It is not supporting Safari or Edge. Android version 6 or above, and 5 Mbps speed is enough to run the class smoothly. Okay, hello Rishabh, hello Ashitosh. This is very good for class 11th. If we are covering GOC, that means electron displacement effect like inductive, mesomeric, or resonance and hyperconjugation plus isomerism, complete isomerism, that means structural isomerism and stereo isomerism both. So we'll cover in 9 plus 11 lecture, 9 for GOC, 11 for isomerism. So let's start, and we have dedicated doubt classes to solve your queries. This session would be called as what, like AMA, ask me anything about the lecture. We have already covered these 3 topics, so we'll revise it in a minute, and we will cover this topic today till acidic strength. So we have already studied the degree of unsaturation formula, and that was our own formula of du, that is sum of contribution of each atom divided by 2 plus 1. This was the formula which we used for degree of unsaturation. Then we have discussed types of bond cleavage. Those were homolytic and heterolytic bond cleavage, and carbon free radical forms due to homolytic bond cleavage, and carbocation and carbanion forms due to heterolytic bond cleavage. We have already studied the characteristics of what? Carbocation, carbanion and free radicals. Now we are going to discuss the stability of carbocation, carbanion, free radical on the basis of what? Inductive effect. So let's start with the inductive effect, my dear friends. We have already studied the key points. Now we are going to discuss today the plus I order. What is the actual reason of this plus I order? Let's move. So what is the order of plus I? Plus I means electron donating effect. As you can see this order, these 4 species are negatively charged and remaining are what? Neutral. So let me clarify. Negatively charged species are relatively electron rich compared to the neutral one. So it is like a rich man like Ambani's, and this neutral is like me. When it comes about donation, who will donate more? Ambani, which is having extra amount of money, and me, which is just surviving in this corona period. Let me answer. Who can donate more? Ambani, which is having extra money, or me, which is absolutely neutral, does not have any extra money? Who can donate more? Who can give or supply electrons or money? Obviously, the one which would be having higher amount of what, negative charge or electrons, that can donate comparatively more. Hello VG. Yes, Ambani's. Okay, fine. That means negatively charged species donates more compared to the neutral one. So I can put this order here, differentiating negatively charged species and neutral species. Let's move to the next part of it. Suppose this is the carbon chain on which we are studying the effect of the group. This is the group we are mentioning, CH3, CH3, and I opened the third CH3 like this. You will come to know hydrogen has electronegativity of 2.1 and carbon has electronegativity of 2.5. So electron goes to hydrogen to carbon. Similarly here. So this carbon would be very rich. It will supply its electron to this carbon chain, and relatively this carbon chain have negative charge, negative, partial negative charge, partial negative charge, and this group would be considered as partial positive charge. It is supplying electrons to this system. That means alkyl group, carbon with hydrogens and sp3 carbon, is considered as plus I group. That means this carbon has 3 Me groups. That means it would be more donating than the 2 Me groups, and this would be having only 1 Me group. Less alkyl groups, less donation. Now we come to this point where silica and carbon, we need to compare the electronegativity of silica and carbon. As we move down to the group, the electronegativity of what increases or decreases? आपका रात का खाना हो गया? केपी हो गया. Anshuman Pandey. Hello Anshuman Pandey. So who would be having higher electronegativity, carbon or silica? Which would be having higher electronegativity, carbon or silicon? Carbon and silicon. When you're moving down to the group, the electronegativity, electron donating, electron withdrawing tendency, what, increases or decreases? Decreases, my dear friends. That means carbon would be having higher electronegativity. Now we are talking about the donation of electrons, not holding up the electrons. That means carbon will hold its electron comparatively more than the silica, and that means silica will donate more compared to the carbon. That's why silica comes first compared to the CH3. Let's move to the next part. These are isotopes of hydrogens, and in case of TDH, T donates more compared to the D and then H. What is the reason behind it? Now let me ask a question. Leave it, we will discuss it in the next page. So let me ask a question. How many of the following are plus I groups? How many of the following are plus I groups? Let's have an example. First, plus I groups: CH2 minus, secondly CH3, thirdly SiH3, fourth D, 5 H, sixth CMe3. How many of these are plus I? How many of these are plus I? There are 6 groups or atoms. How many of these are plus I? This question is very confusing. How many of these? 1 2 3 4 5 6. I have written this plus I order here. Please write in the comment box how many of these are plus I. Sir, 5 groups I think. OS says 5. OS, write your name first. Whatever, yeah, 6. OS says 6. OS, write your name. Ojas. My dear friends, this H is reference point. inductive effect of H is considered absolutely zero. That means this is not a plus I or minus I group H. So H is the reference point, so it would not come under plus I or minus I. That means there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups. Getting my point? 5 groups, my dear friends. Now the next comparison is between TDH. This is H bond length, this is D bond length, and this is T. TT bond length is smallest. So as we know, inductive effect is distance dependent effect. That's why smaller the distance, more will be the donation, as the electronegativity is almost same for all the three isotopes. So smaller the distance, more will be the donation. That means T would be having higher donation compared to the D and then H because of their bond length. Getting my point? Getting my point? So this is the order till now. Now let's move to the negative charge. Carbon, that is having negative charge, nitrogen is having negative charge, oxygen is having negative charge, and we need to find out which will supply or donate the electrons more. Carbon is less electronegative compared to the nitrogen, whereas nitrogen is less electronegative compared to the oxygen. What does it mean? Carbon is the least electronegative. That means it cannot hold its electron better compared to the nitrogen and oxygen. That means the negatively charged electrons would be loosely bonded. What does it mean? It can be snatched or it can be donated more compared to the nitrogen because of their least electronegativity. That means carbon will donate more compared to the nitrogen and oxygen. Now it comes to the last part of it, which we want to discuss. This is it. We need to discuss about O minus and COO minus. Who will donate more? Let me explain you guys. This is showing the resonance. Resonance, what does it mean by resonance? This negative charge is distributed over two oxygens. If this negative charge is distributed over two oxygens, that means one oxygen actually having half of the charge. One would be having half of the charge. That means less charge. Charge is equivalent to pain or grief, or you can say dukh. So that means if charge decreases, that means stability of the negative charge increases. That means O minus would be having whole dukh or pain to a single oxygen, whereas this negative charge distributes its negative charge to between two oxygen. That means oxygen would be donating more compared to the COO minus. Getting my point? So this whole order is explained, my dear friends. Getting my point? Is it clear? अरे भैया गजब हो आप. Is it clear? This plus I is clear. Because of this pink color, the slide become beautiful. Okay, let's move to the next part of it, that is negative effect. Let me explain here. This carbon, and this is fluorine. For an example, this is CH3, this is CH2, this is CH2. Now this fluorine withdraws the electrons and creates what? Partial negative charge, and because of this, partial positive charge move to the carbon chain. That means this fluorine is what? Electron withdrawing group with respect to this carbon chain. So who will withdraws? The compound which would be having positive charge withdraws more compared to the neutral one. Positive charge means more electron deficiency. That means positive charge species. Sir, is this be the last lecture of GOC? No. We have 9 lectures for electron displacement effect, whereas 11 lectures for what? Total 20 lectures, my dear friends. This is just for inductive only. One more is remaining. No. Total 20 lectures of GOC. Out of this, 9 would be for inductive, mesomeric and hyperconjugation, and remaining 11 would be of what? isomerism, my dear friends. So total 20 lectures for GOC. 20. Clear? So here negatively charged species donates more compared to the neutral one, whereas this positively charged species withdraws more compared to the neutral one. So we can draw this order. Let's move to the next part of it. NO2, which is nitrogen, is sp2. We have learned in the last lecture a trick, formula 1 N2 3. This is the order which actually defines the order of electronegativity. This was the order where nitrogen was sp3, and I marked a statement yesterday that if you want this nitrogen to be more electronegative than the sp carbon, we need to increase the percentage S character by changing its hybridization from sp3 to sp2. Getting my point? So nitrogen sp2 has more electronegativity than the carbon sp. Getting my point? So considering this nitrogen is sp2, whereas this carbon is sp. That means nitrogen would be having more electronegativity. That means it has more tendency to attract what? Snatch electrons. So this is okay. Now this carbon is sp, whereas this carbon is sp2. Less percentage S character, that means less electronegativity. Similarly, this carbon is also sp2, but this R is supplying electrons through plus I. So this partial positive charge on this carbon decreases. So it withdraws the electron from the outside, would be lesser compared to this H. H is not supplying electrons because of inductive effect of hydrogen is considered 0. Whereas R would be supplying in terms of what? Plus I. So the partial positive charge on this carbon decreases. So less tendency to withdraw from the outside. Getting my point? Now the last one. This is also sp2, but this oxygen is supplying electrons and decreasing the positive charge by resonance. So electrons are coming through resonance, that would be more compared to the plus I. That means it has more neutralization of its positive charge, so it withdraws from the outside source less compared to the RCOOR. COR. Getting my point? So we can draw this order further like this. Now let's move to the next part of it. Fluorine would be having more compared to the Cl, and then Br, and then I. OH would be having more as per the concept, as OH and OR. R would be giving its electron through plus I to the oxygen, so it withdraw less compared to the OH. So that should be the order, but let me make a statement. A very good book of organics says, page number 34, that the order is experimentally found like this only. That means it is exception that OR would be having more minus I compared to the OH. This is written in the FINAR, IL FINAR book, but logic says it should be like this. But as we know, inductive effect is all written as per their experimental evidences. So experimental evidences says this. That means we should follow this. Getting my point? Now let's come to the next part of it. This is carbon, triple bond carbon CH. This carbon is sp carbon. Let's move to the next part, which is very important. I'm writing here. This is pH, and this is CH double bond CH2. This is this, and pH is this. Let's compare both. This carbon is sp2. This carbon is also sp2. Okay, this carbon is sp2. Now this carbon is also sp2, but this carbon is sp2, and here it has hydrogen. So this is the point of difference. sp2 has more minus I effect compared to the hydrogen, which have inductive effect 0. That means this carbon has two withdrawing groups, this sp2 carbon here and this sp2 carbon here. That means two withdrawing groups are attached with this carbon, so it has more tendency to withdraw and compensate the electrons. Getting my point? Sir, do you know Pankaj Sijaria, sir? नहीं यार, मतलब पता नहीं है, मतलब मैं कभी बात नहीं हुई या ऐसा, मतलब नाम भी याद नहीं आ रहा अभी. NF3 or NR3? NF3, let's compare these three only. These are remaining, so I'll comparing here. Leave it. NF3, that means it has 3 fluorine, which is most electronegative. So the positive charge or electron deficiency would be the highest. So this would be at the number 1. Now we need to learn this, my dear friends. We don't have time to explain it right now because it will take 10 more minutes, which I'm not able to what spend. We need to learn it. NR3 exceptionally having more minus I compared to the NH3. I'm explaining this here. This is the exception, my dear friends. According to the logic, R will supply electrons, so it should withdraw less compared to the NH3. But exceptionally, you should remember this. NR3 would be having more minus I compared to the NH3. Very important. Let's move. This is the plus I and minus I order, my dear friends. It has all the things you need to learn. Let's move to the question part of it. What is the correct order of inductive effect? What is the correct order of inductive effect? Now, let me make an statement. If you want to learn about the plus I and minus I, if you want to learn who all are the compound will show plus I, ask a question. Let's have an example. Let's take an example. OH minus. We need to ask 4 questions to this OH. Let's whether it is an alkyl group, whether it is an alkyl group, it is negatively charged, or it is SiH3, or it is T or D. If any of this question comes with the answer yes, that means this group would be plus I. If all of these questions comes with the answer no, that means the group would be showing what, minus I. So ask these 4 questions with that group. If any one of these 4 questions will get the answer yes, that means that compound or group would be plus I group, or otherwise that would be minus I. That means, let me compare what would be the correct answer. OJS says C, AD says C, KP says C. बड़े भैया, ओके, अच्छा, अपनी बातें चला दी लोगों ने. जयपुर, केपी कहाँ से हो, वाह 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 वाह. What is the correct order? Negatively charged species more withdraws more than the alkyl group, and then T, and then H. So C would be the correct answer, my dear friends. Getting my point? Let's move to the next part of it. Which of the following is false order of minus I? False order of minus I. False order of minus I. What would be the correct answer? What is the false order of minus I? Let me take you to the minus I order. This is the minus I order, which is completely explained. Now, which of the following is false order of minus I? Chalo, 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 come on. P is the false order. This is NR3, this is NH3, and this is NO2. Where it is false? Is absolutely correct. B. बड़े भैया B. False order, my dear friend. This is correct order. FClBri. This is correct. NR3, then NH3, and then NO2. This is absolutely correct. F is more electronegative than oxygen and then nitrogen. This is absolutely correct. Look the last option of it. This is the last option. sp carbon pH and then this. That means this should be at the first place, this should be at the second place, and this should be at the third place. So this is incorrect. So answer would be yes. NV says D, Lakshman says C. बड़े भैया D, बड़े भैया KP कितने बार आंसर बदलोगे? Yeah, let's move to the next part. Next, now ask these 4 questions whether this is alkyl group, negatively charged, SiH3, TD. If any one of the 4 questions get the answer yes, that means that compound would be, that group would be plus I, otherwise minus I. So how many of the following groups have plus I effect? Calculate. You have time. Tick 1, tick 2, tick 3, tick 4, 5, tick 6, 7, 8, 9, 9.5, 9.75, 9.8, 9.9, 9.91, 9.92, 9.93, 9.98, 9.9, 9.999. अरे भाई अब तो बता दो यार. लक्ष्मण ने बोला 5 है सर, 5 है सर, 5 है. मैं यही तो गलती करवाना चाहता हूँ. 6. Let me ask a question. Whether this is alkyl group? No. This is negatively charged? No. This is SiH3? No. TD? No. That means minus I. This is negatively charged? Yes. Okay, so that means you are plus I. This is negatively charged? No. Alkyl group? No. TD? No. SiH3? No. That means you are minus I. Okay. This is negatively charged? Yes. That means you are plus I. This is alkyl group? No. Carboxylic acid? That means it is negatively charged? No. That means you are minus I. You are negatively charged? COO minus? Yes, I am negatively charged. That means you are plus I. Alkyl group? You are alkyl group? Yes, I am alkyl group. That means you are plus I. Now, the most confusing is this. You need to ask question to Me, to oxygen, not Me. This is the first atom which is going to attach someone. This is free valency. So you need to ask to the first atom, that is oxygen, not with the Me. For an example, if I ask this, what is the order of this? So you will not say this is alkyl group. This is the valency where this oxygen will get attached to the system. So this will supply or withdraw electrons, not the CH3. So you look for the first atom. So oxygen is minus I. Fluorine is what? This is minus I. Fluorine is minus I. Whereas NF3 is also minus I. So there are B, F, and G and D. These are 4 groups which will show plus I. Getting my point, my dear friends? You need to ask questions and you will get the answer. So there are 4 groups which will show what? Plus I. Only 4. Clear? Clear. Let's move to the next part. Now, stability of reaction intermediates. So we are going to compare the stability of reaction intermediates. That means carbocation and carbon free radicals both are Garib. That means they are electron deficient, they are poor. Whereas this CH3 minus is electron rich, and both want to get what? Both wants to reach at this place where neutrality and octet completion met. Octet completion. Getting my point? So anything which will help them to reach here, that would be stabilizing. So they are electron deficient. So they both would be directly proportional to electron donating groups, whereas inversely proportional to electron withdrawing groups. That means they would be directly proportional to what? Plus I, whereas inversely proportional to what? Minus I. Vice versa. Negative charge we need to decrease the negative charge so that it become neutral. Octet is already completed. That means electron withdrawing group will help them to get neutralized. Electron donating group will increase the charge. That means directly proportional to minus I and inversely proportional to what? Plus I. So this is the thing we need to consider, my dear friends. सर जोश बढ़ाओ. हाँ, चौथी क्लास है मेरे दोस्तों और अब भी हम जोश बढ़ाएं. बताओ. चलो, सुबह से हम पढ़ा रहे हैं 11 बजे से. जोश में क्या कमी है बताओ. चलो, तो हम बात कर लेते हैं. लेट्स मूव टू द नेक्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ इट. वी आर गोइंग टू कंपेयर द स्टेबिलिटी ऑफ इंटरमीडिएट्स. सो we need to consider this concept. This is called as DNP rule. D for what? D for distance, N for number, and P for power. So you need to answer like this. Let's have an example to make it understand. For an example, this is a negative charge and this is what? This is NO2. This is a negative charge and this is a NO2, and this is negative charge and this is NO2. Mark my words, negatively charged species directly proportional to minus I, positively charged species directly proportional to plus I, plus plus, minus minus. So NO2 is what? Minus I effect. And as we know, inductive effect is distance dependent. That means it become negligible after 3 to 4 carbons. That means we want this NO2 to be as close as possible to this negative charge so that it will snatch electrons from this negative charge and the charge decreases and charge is inversely proportional to stability. That means stability will increase. So answer guys, A, B, C. The order of stability would be what? What would be the order of stability? What would be the order of stability? जल्दी बताओ, जल्दी बताओ, जल्दी बताओ. Tell me fast. You can do it. Okay. The first is more stable. Yes, first would be more stable. You will answer according to this order only. Firstly, you will look for distance. If distance would be same, then you go for number, and lastly you will go for power. So yes, Ojas says A, B, C. Absolutely correct, my dear friends. The second one. Let's move to the next part of it, which will answer your queries about the number concept. For an example, COO minus, I take fluorine here, and this negative charge I take what? Chlorine here, but 2 chlorines. Well, ask DNP how to answer it. The position of fluorine or chlorines, position of fluorine, chlorine, distance from the negative charge is absolutely same. So you cannot answer through distance. We'll go for numbers. Cl are weakly withdrawing, but two weak groups with a strong group. The effect of 2 weak groups would be more compared to the strong, my dear friends. So the answer would be what? We need to consider the numbers. 2 weak would be having more withdrawing effect compared to 1 strong if distance is absolutely same. Now let's move to the next part of it, which make you understand about what? About the power effect. It's a fluorine and this is fluorine. So as we know, minus I is directly proportional to what? Negative charge. A negative charge is more stable when minus I occurs. What would be the answer? PK says B is better than A. Distance is same. Number of the groups attached same. Then we will answer according to what? Power. So this is the way to answer, my dear friends. Getting my point, getting my point, getting my point. Getting my points. Let's move to the next part and I'll ask questions from now onwards. Compare the stabilities of all these A, B, C compound. This is A. This is B. And this is C. What would be the order of stability? Please look the point of difference first. Then you will come to know about the stability of negative charge. Charge is inversely proportional to stability. So we need to decrease the charge by withdrawing. So who will withdraw more? A triply bonded carbon or a doubly bonded carbon or a singly bonded carbon? Who will withdraw more? This is sp carbon, this is sp2 carbon, and this is sp3 carbon. My dear friends, who will withdraw more? CBA, bade bhaiya C. Once again, please. What would be the order of stability? A, B, C. This is sp carbon, which will withdraw electron by 3.25 electronegativity. This is sp2, which will withdraw electrons because sp carbon and sp2 carbon both are minus I groups, whereas this sp3 carbon is plus I. That means it will supply electrons and it will increase the charge in turn. So what would be the order of stability? This withdrawing effect decreases the charge. That means, my dear friends, the stability order of would be A, B and C, because they are withdrawing more, so negative charge decreases, so stability increases. Getting my point? Getting my point? Now let's move to the next part. Let's move to the next part. CH triple bond C minus. Now CH2 double bond CH minus, and lastly CH3 CH2 minus. What would be the order of stability here, my dear friends? What would be the order of stability? You can answer according to their electronegativity. This is 3.25, this is 2.75. Negative charge holding tendency will decrease the what? Donating property of it. But here A, B, C. Stability, which would be having more holding tendency of the negative charge, would be more stable. KP says A, B, C, bade bhaiya says A, B, C. Okay. Acha, okay. KP says bade bhaiya. Okay, fine. So what would be the order, my dear friend? This is A, this is B, this is C. PK says A, B, C, AD says CBA. My dear friend, this is negatively charged species and this is electronegativity. More the electronegativity, more negative charge or lone pair holding tendency. That means this A would be able to hold the negative charge tightly. That means negative charge would be more stable on this carbon, and this negative charge will be loosely bonded because of less electronegativity. It can be donated, it can be reacted easily. Getting my point? So this would be the answer. Now the next question based on formula 1 and 2 3. If you know, what would be the order of stability of this formula 1 and 2 3? Last class concept. What is the order of stability? A, decreasing this way, or B, increasing this way? Tell me, increasing this way or decreasing this way? Lag अब सब बोलेंगे lag. B sir, increasing this way. But भैया A, fluorine has more electronegativity, that is 4. Oxygen has 3.5. Answer according to the electronegativity. This is 3.25. This is 3. This is 2.75, and this is 2.5. So negative charge is directly proportional to what? Electronegativity. Or stability of the negative charge is directly proportional to the electronegativity, my dear friends. That means this should be the order of stability. So you need to remember this order: formula 1 and 2 3. Fluorine, oxygen, sp carbon, nitrogen, sp2 carbon, and lastly is sp3 carbon. Let's move to the next part. When negative charge is not on the carbon only, suppose it is present on the different atoms of a period. If it is present on different atoms on the period, there are two factors when you're moving in a period. One is size, which decreases, and the other one is electronegativity, which is increases. So we'll ignore this size factor here because the electrons moves to the same shell. So this size is not the dominating factor. You will answer according to electronegativity. That means negative charge is more stable on more electronegative element. Will answer according to this. Do it fast. Yes, we can do. KP says absolutely correct. Tell me, what would be the order? Decrease DCBA. Yes, the electronegativity is 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4. So that means negative charge would be more stable on fluorine, oxygen, nitrogen, and this. But if negative charge, next part, if negative charge is present on different atoms of a group, not a period, this is of periods, different elements of the period, this is of group. When you're moving in a group, shell increases. That means here size would be having more dominating factor compared to the electronegativity. You will not answer according to electronegativity, you will answer according to size. Now how to answer according to size? Fluorine is nanna munna chotu sa, would be having -1 charge concentrated on small area, whereas iodine is very big and this negative charge get distributed more. Charge gets distributed. If charge gets distributed, that means it gets stabilized more compared to the concentrated charge. Getting my point? That means negative charge is more stable on more surface area or larger surface area. So you'll answer according to the size, my dear friends. So this would be the answer. Let's have an example. If I ask one more question, you will ask according to whether it is of same group or same period. Then you will answer according to electronegativity or size. Let's have an example. If I ask A, B, C, what would be the order of stability? Firstly, we will look whether they relate to same group or same period. If they relate to same period, we'll ask according to electronegativity. If they relate to same group, you will ask according to the size. So what would be the order? KP says CBA, CBA, CBA. Bolo, bolo, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Who just says CBA? Okay, fine. That means I made sense. Now what is this? This is Dukhi. This is, and it become less Dukhi by distribution of charge. If I distribute the charge on large surface area, the stability of atom or group increases. Stability increases if I distribute the charge at the large surface area. And we have experienced this. Let's move and make a question of it. Question is, compare the stabilities of these three. What would be the order of stability? Considering the plus I effect of T would be more compared to the D and then H. What would be the order of stability, my dear friends? Plus I of TDH. Compare the order, my dear friends. CH3 plus or CD3 plus or CT3 plus. PK says CBA. DG says CBA. CBA for this only? For this question or for the last one? For this question. But yeah, CBA. Yes, as we know, the plus I effect of T would be more compared to the D and then H, and we know positive charge is directly proportional to what? Plus I. So T would be having more plus I. That means the stability order would be this. Getting my point? Clear. So compare the stability of this question. Which would be more stable? CS2 double bond N positive, and this is negative. Next is CS2 minus N triple bond N positive. A or B, which would be more stable? Compare with the point of difference. What is the point of difference between A and B? What is the point of difference? Compare. This is very good question, my dear friends. But yeah, A is better than B. What is the point of difference? The point of difference is this: nitrogen has positive charge. Here also nitrogen has positive charge. This nitrogen has negative charge, whereas this carbon has negative charge. Negative charge is more stable on nitrogen or carbon. That depends on their electronegativity. This is the point of difference. Negative charge is more stable on nitrogen, or negative charge would be more stable on carbon. Carbon would be having 2.5 electronegativity. Nitrogen would be having 3 electronegativity. Negative charge is more stable on more electronegative element, not less electronegative element. So what would be the answer, my dear friends? Now the point of difference is nitrogen. Negative charge would be more stable on nitrogen, not carbon. So this would be the order. So let's move to the next part, that is acidic strength. How to compare acidic strength based on inductive effect. So you can compare the acidic strength considering the inductive effect. Let's say an example, HCl. We'll consider here Bronsted acid. That means proton donor H2O. It will convert into, this is acid, so it has to act as base. If it is acid, it is giving H plus to this. That means it will convert into what? H3O plus, and this HCl will convert into Cl minus. Now tell me, if this is acid, what is this? This would be called as, if this is acid, what would be called as, what would be Cl called as? This Cl is called as what? Yes, beautiful, my dear friends. This is called as conjugate base of HCl. And this is base. This would be called as, after getting the H plus. Absolutely correct. This is called as conjugate acid of water. Very good. Now what happens? HCl will dissociate into Cl minus and H plus. So if we want this HCl to dissociate more, that means product side species would be more stable. It should be more stable. That means Cl should be stable so that H plus is donated easily. Product side species should be more stable to move this reaction forward. That means we make a statement here: stable the conjugate base, stronger the acid. Stable the conjugate base, stronger the acid. Stable the conjugate base, stronger the acid. That means we want, if you want to compare the acidic strength of different acids, you need to follow this. Remove H plus, form conjugate base, and then compare their stabilities. So follow this order and you will get the answer. These are key points to answer or master the acid, comparing acid problems. Let's have an example. If I ask HF, which we have already done, HCl, HBr and HI, you just follow the rule, remove the H plus, form the conjugate base, compare its stability, and you will get the answer. So this is the conjugate base of the given acids. Compare their stability. We have already compared the stabilities of all four. So what would be the order of acidic strength of A, B, C, D? What would be? हिंदी में यही बोलेंगे. OC से OS says yes, D, C, B, A. वेरी गुड. हिंदी में यही बोलेंगे दोस्तों. H प्लस हटाओ, कॉन्जुगेट बेस बनाओ और उसकी स्टेबिलिटी कंपेयर कर लो. तो वी हैव ऑलरेडी कंपेयर्ड द स्टेबिलिटीज ऑफ F माइनस, Cl माइनस, Br माइनस एंड I माइनस. So that means the acidic strength goes like this: Hi, HBr, HCl and then HF. Clear? Is it clear, my dear friends? Let's move to the next well-known question. Compare the acidic strength of all these four, which we have already done. Just follow the trend, remove the H plus, form the conjugate base, compare their stability, and you will get your answer. What would be the order? Remove the H plus. DG says DCBA. Very good. You will get the conjugate base CH3 minus, NH2 minus. They are of the same period. We already know we need to answer this according to their electronegativity. So these are the stability order. That means the acidic strength order would be like this only. So this is the best way to answer, my dear friends. Let's move to the next part of it. HF, very interesting part. H2O. Can you remember something? What would be the order of acidic strength? A, increasing this way, or B, decreasing this way? If you remove H plus, you will get something which is very important. We have already discussed. Can you get it? Can you got it? Did you got it? Get it, my dear friends? Okay, so that means you will get F minus, OH minus, CHC minus, NH2 minus. This would be CH2C minus, and this would be CH3 CH2 minus. So if we compare the electronegativity of all these, formula 1 and 2 3 will come in our mind. So that means the acidic strength will be like this, decreasing. Yes, this would be what? Decreasing, surely. Let's move to the next question to understand it more. C double bond OH, C double bond OH. Next is C double bond OH, CH3. What would be the order of acidic strength? Remove H plus and compare its. This is A and this is B. Form a conjugate base and compare their stabilities. A or B? A is better than B. A is better than B. Okay. COO minus and C double bond OH. This would be the conjugate base. Whereas here COO minus, CH3 would be the conjugate base. Here you can say carboxylic acid would be having minus I, which will increase the stability of negative charge by decreasing the charge. Whereas CH3 would be having plus I, which will increase the negative charge further. That means this conjugate base would be more stable. So you can answer like this. Getting my point? So this is the way you can answer the acidic strength order. Let's move to the next part, which is absolutely opposite. We need to write a key point about acidic strength, a Brahmastra point. Acidic strength is directly proportional to what? Stability of conjugate base, which is usually कौन सा charge है? Negative charge. That means directly proportional to minus I, inversely proportional to what? Plus I. directly proportional to constant, directly proportional to acid dissociation constant, inversely proportional to pKa, directly proportional to the concentration of H plus, inversely proportional to minus log of H plus, that is pH. So this is the point you need to learn about acidic strength. Let's move to the last part which we are going to discuss today, that is basic strength. Basic strength, that means in organic chemistry, base is, that means we will be discussing the Lewis base, that means lone pair donation. So basic strength is directly proportional to lone pair donating ability. Lone pair donating ability. Lone pair donating ability, or in beautiful words, unstability. Unstability of lone pair, or in other words, negative charge. Unstability of negative charge would be considered. You will answer mostly according to this. Directly proportional to what? Base dissociation constant, and inversely proportional to what? pKb. Directly proportional to plus I, inverse of acidic strength, and inversely proportional to minus I. So this is the best way, my dear friends. Now let's compare the known facts. Compare the basic strength of F minus, Cl minus, Br minus, and I minus. We have already discussed. You need to compare what? Stability or instability? You need to compare the instability. Instability of lone pair. So you can answer this. Instability of lone pair. Secondly, instability of lone pair. Instability of negative charge. You need to find out the instability. Most unstable would be more donating. Similar questions, my dear friends. Similar questions. Different answer. You need to answer the instability order. Instability, that means ulta of stability. This would be the order. This would be the order. And this would be the order. Getting my point? What about the fourth one? Now answer the fourth one. Rest all we have already discussed. So what would be the order of basic strength among all these three? A, B, C. Write this. So is this enough for J-Mains? It is more than enough for J-Mains, my dear friend. This is the last one. Answer it. A, B, C. What would be your answer? This is the last question we are discussing tonight. So answer it correctly so that I can sleep well. Answer this fourth question. Comparison of basic strength. Directly proportional to plus I. Considering this nitrogen is sp2 and this nitrogen is sp3. This would be having less electronegative, so it can donate its electron more. Electronegativity more, that means holding tendency would be what? More. So answer this fast so that we can wind up the session in a beautiful way. Come on guys. Ojas says CBA because this is sp3 and this is sp2 having further sp2 carbons. Both are withdrawing groups, whereas this is sp2 that is withdrawing, but this carbon which is attached to this nitrogen is sp3, So one carbon is donating, the other would be withdrawing, whereas to this nitrogen both would be what? Withdrawing. AR, please follow the Amazon. We have already researched about the JEE Mains, and we would be discussing 45 chapters out of 91. And if you have by heart this 45 chapters, you can get about 190 marks easily. So yes, CBA would be the answer. CBA. So this is it, दोस्तों. This is it. We would be learning about the basicity, like basicity of amines, and we'll start the resonance in the next lecture. Keep doing the DPPs given to you, so that you would be learning more efficiently. So this is it, guys. Bye bye. Okay, a question. I mean, usually I like the class much, so I would do physics and chemistry. Okay, good going. Get going, guys. I don't know. OS. Bye bye. Take care. So before going this, let me say good night to you. Good night. Bye bye. Take care. स्वस्थ रहें, मस्त रहें, आनंदित रहें. Bye bye.
For detailed videos, daily practice problems and live chat, visit academy.amazon.in or download the app.